boss. Have a drink?
Yeah.
Does Driscoll make a deal?
Yeah. Said to thank all the boys for waiting. Round them all up and have them down at the pens at 12 o'clock noon.
Well, that's just dandy, but when do I get my pay?
Well, what's eating you, Clint?
The house is getting tired of giving me credit.
Little kid, you can't sell cattle till the price is right. And it takes time to make count. The tally will be ready this morning.
Don't know why you're so fired up about getting your money. You'll just lose it.
Now, you better quit preaching to me, mister. Because we're off the trail now, and if you're looking for trouble, you sure got it.
Till you're paid off, Clint, you're part of my crew. No crew of mine makes trouble outside of town or in it.
He's been riding me ever since I hired on.
I said no trouble. You ought to quit playing if you want to show some cash for 2 months on the trail.
If I were you, I'd mind my own business. Deal.
Young hothead.
Father?
Yeah.
That's an awful lot of cash. If I were you, I'd head for the nearest bank right off.
Now, Mac, don't you worry about that. This is safer than any bank in the territory. Besides, I'll be on tomorrow's train. Thanks for everything.
Good luck, Martha.
Mac's right, you know. That's a lot of cash to be hauling around.
Well, now, don't you be getting on me, too. You know, I carry something in here besides money, and I know how to use it. Here, now, will you take care of the boys?
All right. My lineup, fellas. Your first Ben.
I wouldn't. Don't move and look straight ahead.
Sure deal.
Unless you want a hole in your back, Mr. Bill Longley, you better agree to a couple of things.
Agree?
Yes, agree. To having dinner with an old friend, you long-legged, ornery Texan. Well?
What can I do with a gun in my back?
And that's right where it stays until you agree.
It's a deal.
All right. Dinner tonight at the hotel, 8 o'clock. Look, don't turn around. I don't want you seeing me like this.
Tell me who did it.
Bill. Bill.
Don't talk now, Martha.
I guess Clint Gleason was a little too fast for me. He thought I was dead. Bill, Dad needed that money.
Easy, Martha. Who's Clint Gleason?
That young hothead in the bar this morning.
suppose brings young Gleason home?
Well, whatever it is, his father will be happy to see him. I'm glad for Bob's sake.
If Clint's grown up a little, you're right, but if not, he'll only be getting into trouble again, and then Bob will have his hands full like he always has.
Clint, good to see you, boy. How's it going?
Oh, not bad, Zeb. Not bad at all. My old man in the office?
Well, he left for home a few minutes ago to grab a bite. He'll be real glad to see you.
Oh, I'm sure he will, yeah. I'll just bet.
If that young squirt's changed, I'm a full-grown heifer.
Well, I say let's give him a chance for Bob's sake. He's been almighty lonely since Maggie passed away. The boy's all he's got.
You know, Zeb, that's the trouble, I think. As far back as I can remember, Bob's been picking up after that boy. Maybe that's the reason he never learned the meaning of responsibility.
Well, I wouldn't go around sounding off that way.
There's one thing I'll sound off about. That Clint better keep away from my boy.
Pop, you home?
Clint? Boy, good to see you. Let me take a look at you. Why didn't you let me know you were coming?
I just thought I'd surprise you.
You in trouble?
Do I have to be in trouble to come home?
Look, son, no reason for you to be ornery.
Then don't go looking for reasons, Pop. Look, I'm sorry. I didn't mean the way it sounded. It's just... Well, I'm not a little kid anymore, Dad. You don't have to be looking after me all the time, you know?
I reckon that is the hardest thing, to realize that you're a man now. I keep thinking of you as about that high, when I used to throw you up at the ceiling. Maggie'd stand there half scared, afraid I might not catch you.
Yeah. Pop, I'm going to buy my own spread. Try it on my own for a while.
Well, that's a fine idea, son, but you gotta have money. Where'd you get that?
I rounded up some wild Mustangs. I sold them at a real good price. Then I sat down in a poker game and $1,200. Why, if anybody had told me it was that easy, I wouldn't have believed them.
So you got your stake already, huh? You know, I'm real proud of you. At your age, you've got more there than I've earned in all my life. You hold on to it.
Oh, I sure will, Dad.
Ooh, almost forgot. Talking to you, I gotta make the rounds. Wait till the folks in town hear about this. Ah, well, I always knew you'd amount to something. A little wild as a boy, but what boy isn't? Now you're gonna settle down on your own spread. You know, that makes me feel good all over. There are people who think that if a boy's a little light-footed, he'll never settle down. I always told him not to worry about you. You're a Gleason. See you a little later, son. Howdy.
Hello, Sheriff. My name's Bill Longley.
The Texan. It's a pleasure to know you.
I'd like a little help.
Anything I can do?
I'm trying to find a man named Clint Gleason.
What do you want him for?
Robbery, murder. He shot a woman.
Are you positive his name is Clint Gleason?
Yeah, she identified him before she died. Something you hadn't counted on, I guess.
You got this straight, Longley?
Do you know him or don't you?
Yeah, I know him. My name's Gleason. Clint is my son. And no one's going to tell me he's a killer, especially not a woman killer.
I'm sorry, Sheriff. Looks like you've worn that badge a long time. But you're either a lawman or you're not.
Don't go telling me my business, Longley. And don't forget, he's my son.
All right. One way or the other, he's going back to Cheyenne with me.
What's the matter, Dad?
I want to talk to you. About those Mustangs you sold. How long did it take you to round them up?
Well, why the sudden interest in the horses?
I asked you a question. I want some answers. Why did you really come home?
Well, why do I have to have a reason, Dad?
Bill Longley's in town.
Bill Longley.
Yeah, the Texan. He's looking for you. He told me quite a story about you. So it was true, huh?
What story, Dad? I don't know what you're talking about.
Clint, how could you kill a woman?
Look, Dad, it was an accident. Honest, you gotta believe me. It was an accident. You see, we were just fooling around, you know it. And then something happened. She got angry, she got a gun, and... Well, that's all I know, Dad. It was just an accident. Look, Dad, I can be safe here if you take care of Longley.
Clint, I've worn this badge for over 20 years.
Well, that's all the more reason why you can take care of Longley, Dad. He's known as a gunfighter. Nobody will ask any questions. Oh, Dad, you gotta do something.
Pull yourself together. You know that place up in the hills where you got lost once?
Yeah,
Get on up there. I'll meet you later. Go out the back way.
right.
Leave it. Come on in. It's open. I've been expecting you.
Yeah, I know.
Here's what you're looking for, Longley. Now, ride out of here.
Aren't you forgetting something, Sheriff? murder?
I know all about that. Now ride.
If I did, a U.S. Marshal would just ride in.
I'm the law here. If you don't ride out, maybe no one else will come riding in.
I don't want to fight with you, Sheriff. I'm after your son.
You'll answer to me first.
What would that prove? I figure he's out of town by now anyway. You're covering for him, aren't you? That's why I came home. Protection. Yours. Well, looks like there's a few of us riding the hills this afternoon.
Be a lot easier if there were less of us. Why don't you ride out of here, Longley?
I forgot to tell you something, Sheriff. That woman your son killed was a good friend of mine. You added up.
Don't push me.
You're doing that to yourself.
I'll be the judge of that.
Why don't you get smart?
Smartest thing you can do is get out of here. Now ride. Clint! Clint! Son, I gotta know something. Are you sure that was an accident?
Pop. I told you it was. You gotta believe me.
All right. Get on your horse. You got a ride.
But why?
Longley's on your trail. I took the shortcut. You got to get out of here.
Pop, now wait a minute. This is gonna work out fine. We couldn't plan it any better. We can both take cover. We get him when he comes in between us. He won't have a chance no matter how fast he is.
Wait a minute. I didn't raise you to ambush anyone. I thought you was telling the truth about that woman grabbing a gun.
Hold it where you are. Both of you. You can't take both of us, Dad.
Drop the shotgun. I said put it down, Sheriff.
Don't do it, Dad. Clint?
Stay right where you are. Well, Sheriff?
Dad, you gotta listen to me. You gotta!
Hold it. This is my job. Clint?
Don't make me do it, Dad.
Son, if I have to, I'll cut you in two with it. Throw it. Cut off here, you can hit the Cheyenne Trail.
Thanks. Oh, Sheriff, I'm sorry we had to meet like this.
Longley, we have a saying down this way. Doesn't matter how bogged down the trail gets as long as a man finds his way home.
Thanks.